Good day, this is AJ Farzad for Successwithloa.blogspot.com, and this is the video supplement to the blog post Supercharge Your Success with These 2 Steps. Okay, so as you can tell, I have a lot more hair on my face. I am in Alaska in the middle of December, so I figured if I kind of bring more hair, I'll stay warmer. Didn't work. Us Southern Californians are not really used to -4, -5, -10 weathers. But beautiful country. It's dark. It's about 4 o'clock and it's pitch black. So gave me a little bit of time to add a video clarification to that blog, mostly for our sales reps and people that trying to accomplish like major sales goals or and any goal in particular. But I wanted to specifically use the example of being in front of a sales customer, and also I'll add a little bit more from a martial arts perspective. So this blog talked about some clarification that I realized in the book called Science of Getting Rich. And one of the things that was mentioned in it was part 1 is when we are done setting our goals and we actually start taking part in accomplishing the tasks, frequently we lose the mental visualization of those tasks. We get into it, we start working at it, whether it is with our hands, whether it is going around, meeting the customers, etc. But we kind of start thinking about other things, which would be the worst thing, but sometimes we try to go farther ahead and try to foresee what's going to be happening when we're actually in front of the customer. Worse yet, we may go back to situations where hopefully we have succeeded, but more likely where, oh God, what if the customer says no, what happens to this, that, etc. So one of the things that is very, very important is you don't want to lose your focus. You have been visualizing, you have been planning, you're sending out this mental vibration of success. In your visualization, obviously, if you have read this blog or if you're the student of the law of attraction, you are seeing yourself succeeding in that situation. So here it is, the reality is about to happen. You're going into this situation being a sales call. You've already rehearsed everything that will happen. You want to go ahead and bring it the way you want it. You've done your segment intending exercises as explained by Jerry and Esther Hicks in their books, and suddenly all of that goes away. All of the mental part goes away because you're in the mode of action. And that is where supercharging your goals and your success comes in, is if and when you practice with this and you keep that mental visualization, when you go in, you're going to be that much more successful. The second part of that is that you want to be visualizing as you're doing a task. So the first part was, don't get mixed up with the 40,000 foot view when you are at the step of doing the little success steps. Remember, taking little steps and succeeding in those little steps is what's going to lead you to the accomplishment of the goal as a whole. That's the first step. You want to go ahead and concentrate on the little steps at the same time. And then the second part is that while you're taking part, physically actually taking part in that step, you want to also be visualizing what you want to see accomplished. It takes a little bit of practice, but so for example, let's say we're going into this sales call. So to begin with, maybe my goal was that I want to go ahead and make a $5,000 commission. So I was visualizing this $5,000 commission, plans came into my mind. I broke down this big goal into little pieces of, for example, I'm going to be prospecting so and so in this area. This is what I want to do. I'm going to make an appointment by this date. I'm going to go in. Now I'm visualizing on the little steps. I have visualized exactly how my sales call is going to go, and I'm getting in to see my customer. And in the parking lot, I may be thinking, okay, well, this is going to go this. What am I going to do after I sell the customer? Do I want to sell service? What are we going to do as far as the training later on down the line? I'm getting a little bit off focus here. Worst case scenario is that I'm going, oh my God, my product costs more than the competition. What if he says, the price is too much, etc., etc. I'm bringing in negative stuff. Or I'm just not even thinking about this. This is something that happens with very experienced salespeople. You've done your call planning, you've done all these things so many times over and over that you think you have it down pack. So it becomes a routine. So now the mental aspect is not even there. You may be thinking about the UFC this Saturday or the football game last weekend as you're going into the call, which is even worse. Okay, so you want to concentrate on that little step that is going to take you to the next step. Then when I actually get in front of my customer, I would be visualizing the process the way I see it in my mind. Now, it will not always go exactly as you planned, but that's the whole point of segment intending is, one, it will get you focused on what you want to do, and two, it will give you the confidence. If you see yourself succeeding in a call, for example, in the parking lot, just before you go in to see your customer, you're building that emotional power inside of you that you have met with success. It'll give you the confidence. That confidence will convey to your customer. Believe me, it does. And it also will allow you to be in tune and listen. Okay, so when I'm doing this call, there are particular things that I want to accomplish. In my mind, I'm visualizing that I'm getting yes, 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 and everything is going well. And I'm going to get into the situation with my customer. And as I'm conversing with the customer, I'm setting out my intention. I am deliberately creating my reality. So it's going to be having a lot more influence on the situation, whereas usually your customer is going about by default. If they're having a bad day, they're in a negative emotion. If they're having a good day, they're in a good emotion. They're not really deliberately setting their intention, for example, to get a profitable business transaction from you, maybe. Unless they're very savvy purchasing agents. So that's the point that I want to bring across, and I hope it made it clear that you want to be constantly using not only your physical action, but also your mental action in the process of accomplishing small steps towards your goal. So it's good to have the broad perspective in the beginning. You visualize the 40,000 foot view, but when you're actually going about to take actions on the little steps, go ahead and concentrate on those little steps, and don't lose the visualization of the success during actually taking action during the steps. Okay, so when you're doing the things, also visualize the result that you want. I know I rambled a little bit during this, but it's something that I make this mistake all the time. So it's something that is good to kind of review. I make this mistake in jiu-jitsu sometimes as well, when I'm actually visualizing, oh yeah, this is exactly what I'm going to do when I do my guard pass. I'm going to go into this move and stuff like that. I have created the entire match in my mind before, but then when I actually get on the mat, everything goes out the door. I'm now, okay, yes, let's go. I'm all about the physical part, but I'm not visualizing my movement. So it kind of helps when I am completely in tune. Things have always gone better, whether I'm in front of the customer or I'm on the mat. So I hope you enjoyed this, and as always, make sure to please like our Facebook page and make a comment either on this blog or on our Facebook page. Until next Tuesday, have a wonderful week.